Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. As you see by the title below, this is on episode 18 of ReZero, and oh my gosh, I love this episode so much. Even though it was just an episode full of, it was pretty much just like all dialogue in this episode practically, just the emotions you felt in this one. We're still on the feels train, but finally, we're not on the feels train full of depression, full of suffering, and just like, oh my gosh, I just feel sorry for Subaru. I feel, oh my gosh, Rem, oh my gosh, Emilia, all of that kind of stuff. No, this time we get a good feeling, genuine feelings get across, you know, everything. Just such a nice episode. The way everything ended up in the end of this one just made me feel like, oh, thank you. This is the episode we've been waiting for. This is the episode where finally we get a cease to all this suffering. Like, literally, I've been wondering, like, when is the suffering going to end, you know? Like, seriously. But finally, like we've all been saying before in the past, you know, way back then, I don't even remember how many episodes back already, I was happy that they were showing this, doing this to him at first. And towards the end, I'm just feeling like, oh my gosh, he's gone through so much already. He's practically broken. And just, I love the way in the beginning of this episode, throughout most of it, of course, you see how broken he is and how he literally finally admits to his problems, to his weaknesses, you know, what he's been doing all along, his pride, his slothfulness in a way, all those things that he's done, even mentioning like who he was before in his past, you know, before he even came to this world. He pretty much did nothing, shows him go to, you know, the convenience store and everything, grabbing food, looking at magazines. He didn't do anything with his life, he said. And that's what, because of that, he coming here, he was weak. He wanted to look strong, so he would, you know, do all this kind of stuff. He wanted to look smart, so he would have her study with Rem. He wanted to do this, do that. He was prideful. He didn't want to be embarrassed from what he couldn't do, and he thought he could literally do everything. And it was so awesome to finally see him, you know, see all of his problems, to, you know, see all of his weaknesses. Sure, the way he was looking at it, he was still running away. He was still going to run away. He was still going to say, he told Rem, you know, let's run away together. Let's have a life together off into the West. And, oh my gosh, Rem is like, they really know how to just like, literally, these past few episodes, I've been saying that I feel that Rem is the best girl. I loved Emilia at first, but everything that happened in this arc, and like a lot of the last arc as well, you just see that Rem is like the amount of Rem shipping with Rem and, you know, Subaru is so much. And like, I've honestly, this episode especially, I was like, yeah, official, Rem is best girl. I loved Emilia. I still love her a little bit, but there's no way you can compete with this. And then of course they know, the author knows how to like get everyone probably like, there's no doubt about it that there's so many people that were like, you know what, Rem is the only person that believes in him throughout everything. She's the only one that will stay by his side throughout everything, even though she doesn't understand. Emilia didn't understand, and she just walked away. Rem, she doesn't understand a lot of the things that are happening, but she's still there for him. She's still there throughout everything that's happened. Even though she doesn't understand what's going on with him, why is he feeling this way, she's still the one to pull him up from, you know, just in his depression state, where probably no one else would be able to do that. She, you know, just, oh my gosh, seeing how, you know, she would love to have that kind of life with him. She's, you know, spoke of everything that she wanted. You know, she's dreamed of that kind of stuff. You know, them going off together. It's going to have hard times. They're going to be good times. They're going to have a family. They're going to have kids. They're going to grow old and, you know, die together kind of thing. It was so beautiful. And then to see that she loves him so much, and the person that she sees, her hero. I love that the way she calls Subaru her hero, even though Subaru feels like he hasn't done anything, but to her, he's done everything. And just like her confessing in this one, bringing him out of his depression, holding him, making him realize he is strong. Sure, not in the way that we all see. We did see that, you know, the reasons of everything, like I said before, he finally understood, but that he can push forward. He can push forward from this. he's not just like super weak, okay? To have gone through everything that he's gone through, his mental state, and now he's back thanks to Rem. He's definitely is strong, and sure, not in the way that he's thinking before. Finally, he realizes all that kind of stuff. He can't do things alone. He's not super smart. He's not super strong, but that doesn't mean to give up. And he's obviously shown that in this episode, he's not giving up. Thanks to Rem, he's finally be able to stand up. And then, of course, after all of that, after everything that Rem said and everything, the moment when she's like, "You're my hero," and the birds are flying around, she confesses she loves him and all this kind of stuff. Even when he says, "But why? Why do you love me? Why do you this? Why that?" And she still says that she does. She still gives reasons, and she holds him. And he finally gets up and, like, he realizes, yeah, about, all this kind of stuff. He can do this kind of stuff. Then he says he still loves Emilia. He rejects her. Like, oh my gosh. I honestly, it does such a good job. Like, I'm not gonna be like all of a sudden I hate this show already. There was some people I saw. There's some Rem fans that are pretty crazy in the forum and stuff. But I loved Rem. I still love Rem so much, and I do really wish that they'd be shipped together. Like, after everything that has happened, everything, and Rem is still by his side after everything in this episode that she said, that literally just makes you feel so many emotions and just be like, think literally this is the best girl. There's probably still people before this episode that were like, no, I'm still an Emilia fan. But after this episode, like before that, confession of him pretty much rejecting her, I know for a fact, not for a fact obviously, but there is no way that you weren't moved by that. You weren't like moved to go and ship them together. Like, I was like, oh man, best girl, this is my title, Rem is the best girl, best girl, Juan kind of thing, whatever. No, he ends up rejecting her, and even after rejecting her, she still will stay by his side. She will still help him, go save Emilia after he says he loves Emilia, he wants to be with her and all that kind of stuff, be by her side. She's still willing to help him. That's honestly, Rem is the best girl. Even if Emilia suddenly shows more and more in the next episodes, maybe if there's another arc as well. I'm not too sure if this whole, that's another thing. This is episode 18 already. I'm guessing maybe the next episode is gonna end it, maybe episode 20. So we're gonna have 5 to 6 episodes of maybe another arc. Is that how it's gonna work? I'm not too sure, but like, I don't even know how the next arc could can compete with this one. Like, literally, when Rem was talking this episode especially, I was tearing up. I was like, oh my gosh, Rem, I can't believe it. You are the best girl. You like totally deserve him. I mean, no, it's like, he doesn't deserve Rem. That's how it is and how I feel. But overall, man, like, I'm tearing. My nose is all stuffy because I was literally tearing up in this episode. Like, literally, it was just such a beautiful episode. But yeah, like, I'm wondering how everything is gonna end now. I didn't even mention the beginning part with Puck looking like a beast, by the way, and just totally killing them. Like, and he's gonna destroy the world. Like, Puck is a beast. I want to see more of that, but on their side, not killing Subaru and stuff like that. And we also figure out that we already know that Beetlejuice or Beetlegeese, whatever, he is Sloth, right? He's the sin of Sloth. We find out that the white whale, as it was now called, he's actually called Gluttony. So that's actually one of the 7 sins as well. So that's interesting. I'm wondering what other ones are we going to see. Is obviously, what's it called, Sloth guy, Beetlejuice is still alive. So is he gonna die in the next one as well? How is Subaru going to do this? That's the thing. Sure, now he has his confidence. He's not in his despair anymore. He's not, totally full on broken anymore. He was brought back up from Rem. Beautiful Rem. I love you, Rem. But what is he gonna do? That's still the problem. I still don't know what he could possibly do. He's tried everything. Like I said before, there's still a possibility of him now knowing what to do to convince the other people to help. Now he could use the different ways that he learned, all that kind of political stuff that I was talking about in the previous episodes before this, that he could do that. And of course, the last episode, instead, we had more craziness and despair and stuff, instead of him going to fully, he didn't die immediately like we thought he was going to. by the white whale and then restart and try and do that. Instead, we got all of this, which I'm definitely happy that we did. But it still leaves me thinking, like, what is he going to do now? Is, like I said before, is he going to try and get all the other girls to help him now that he knows what to do? Maybe, you know, like, I don't remember all the candidates' names, but there's the purple hair girl. He could use what she wants against her and get her to help. The other girl this time, don't lick her feet. I'm not too sure what you could do about the first girl because she just doesn't want to, kind of thing. But there's gotta be something. But yeah, like, what is he gonna do? Like, just because he got his confidence, there's still no sure way that he could stop this from happening. He can't take that one path, the white whale. If he goes the other way, there's still like possibility of them dying just from the cult, because Rem and him can't fight him all by himself. Obviously, it's shown that Rem will end up dying, and Subaru, like he said, he's finally realized, he knows that he's weak. He knows that he can't just try and fight these guys, right? So I'm not too sure how he's going to get help, but that's another thing that I'm really excited to see in the next episode. What is he going to do? What is he planning to do? What's going to happen? Is this finally the end of this arc? Is this finally the end of the suffering for now? Who knows? Maybe the next arc will get more suffering, because we already know how much suffering that happens in this. Like, seriously, come on. Like, the first arc was awesome. Second arc was awesome. There was a lot of emotions, a lot of feels, a lot of suffering for certain people, but this arc especially just literally just destroyed everyone. Like, I was literally I was like on the feels train, and it was just like, you're not leaving the feels train, you're stuck on it forever. But finally, this one was a different type of feels train, and finally, like, there was a different tracks, and we got onto the good feels train side, good tracks. And now, I don't know, hopefully we got a good ride ahead on the feels train. Maybe some more good feels in the next episode. Maybe some good stuff, good action. Because this episode was definitely just all dialogue, which I love still, yeah, except for the beginning, obviously. I loved the way how impactful the words were. The voice acting is literally on point as always. The music is on point as always. Animation on point as always. The way they have the birds fly in the background was beautiful. The way they have our characters' voices matching their emotions so well, from Subaru's, you know, depressing raging that he's going on right now about himself, to how, you know, Rem is tearing up and showing her emotions, telling him how she feels, all this kind of stuff. And then that moment when he's holding her at the end and she's crying, I'm just like, oh, Rem, you're the best girl, and you know, you won all of our hearts today. There's still maybe people that are full on with Emilia, but like, after this, it's so hard. Like, I told you guys, I am an Emilia fan at the beginning and mostly towards the second arc as well. I liked Rem a little bit, but I still loved Emilia. But this arc literally changed the way I thought. They did a really good job of doing that, making you feel so much for Rem. And then, of course, throwing it down in the trash can, saying, no, this ship is not going to happen. He loves Emilia. Sorry, Rem. But still, it just shows how much of a great girl Rem is. Just still stay by his side through all of this, you know. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say, guys. Honestly, just an amazing episode. Literally, even though he rejected her, Rem is still the best girl in my eyes right now at the moment, like, hands down, no doubt about it. Maybe they'll bring more stuff that will make us love Emilia in the next arc, I don't know. But after everything that's happened in this arc, and Rem has been with him through thick and thin, through everything, through not, you know, understanding really what's going on in his head, him raging at her, getting mad at her throughout countless things, she's always been there by his side no matter what. And it's so beautiful. Like, the amount of emotions that this anime has given me throughout, from depressing to loving to just happy to, like, I'm just gonna start saying normal things already at this point. But yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster that, honestly, this is the reason why I feel that this anime is the best anime of the year, and literally one of my top animes of all time now. Like, it's literally done such a good job. It's honestly just amazing. Before I start, you know, keep yabbering on about how amazing this anime is, I'm just gonna end the video here, guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. It really does help the channel. And yeah, I honestly cannot wait for the next episode. I wish there was like some way to just like maybe freeze myself, cryo sleep kind of thing, wait till next week's already, go in hibernation or something, because come on, I really wish we could see the next week's episode already. Like, this episode literally was amazing, and I cannot wait to see. Since this was all dialogue, I can almost assure that the next episode will be some crazy action scenes that we probably will have, and a lot more emotions. I can't wait to see. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, guys, see ya.